I know I'm spoiling you guys. I figured I need to continue editing this because I need to get it done. So I thought, why not? Let's have some company. Is it too much? Should I stop? Oh, did I use? I don't know if I used the same thumbnail. That's annoying. I don't think I did. I think I used the wrong thumbnail. Never mind. Never mind. It's fine. Oh, did I use? I don't know if I used the same. How you going anyway, mate? You all right? I was thinking why I couldn't hear any sound. Because there isn't any yet. Fuck's sake. Oh no, what have I done? No, come back down here. Right. Let's continue. Just going to double check these transitions again. Make sure I'm fully happy with them. I think I am. That one's good. Let's go to the next one. Awesome. Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Always working. Always working. Working late tonight. Need to get this done so that I don't get a backlog of stuff. Whereabouts are you based again, Median? Is that your actual name, Median? I'm guessing not. I'm guessing Median Studios is your company. Is that right? I want to check this one again. I wasn't... Yeah, that'll do. It's pretty good. Actually, I wonder, can I match this better? Can I do this better? I don't really think I can. It's pretty good. I don't think anyone will notice that. Do you? The angle's a little bit different, but yeah, with a bit of a speed ramp, it'd be all right. Yeah, it's my company. I'm actually Jacob and based out in Essex. Oh, cool. My son's name's Jacob, so it's a good name, strong name. Yeah, it's my company. Oh, okay, cool. So what does Median Studios do? Have you got a website I can check out, or a YouTube channel, or something? What does it do? And yeah, I had for anyone who was watching the stream earlier, I had a little play with this transition here because this was particularly difficult. And that's kind of where I got it to. I think it looks okay. I was quite happy with that in the end. It was better than I thought it was going to work out because, yeah, it wasn't. It was a difficult one. It was ambitious, so I think it's worked out all right. I think the client will be okay with it, so I think we'll be good. Chris, what's up, Chris? Just managed to catch up on the previous video as Mr. Live as I was camping on Blencathra. That sounds Welsh. That is definitely a Welsh place. Correct me if I'm wrong. In the snow. Love it. Literally just finished watching it. Good timing to join this live. Yeah, exactly, mate. It's a continuation of that last video. So, or the last live. So I figured I'm still editing the same video. And yeah, it was fun doing it while I was chatting. So appreciate you joining. Thank you very much. I don't think we'll have as many people joining this live as the last one, but yeah, if you guys are cool, you might learn something. Or not, you might teach me something, which is even better. So I think I'm good with these transitions now. So I am going to nest this baby. And then I think we're good to go. So I think we need to find some tunage. Oh, I bet if I play music on this, it's going to get the stream copyrighted, which would be annoying. Fuck all we can do about that. Enjoying the edits. Good to see your process. Thank you, mate. Yeah, it's always good to see someone else's processes for sure. You know, I learn a lot from YouTube. I have learned a lot from YouTube and watched lots of tutorials, and yeah, why not? Getting into drones and FPV. Oh, cool, man. Nice. Oh, I missed the other message. Jar FPV. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Thank you for joining. How's it going? Chris, you're in the Lake. Oh, Lake District. Okay. Oh, I love the Lake District. It's so good. The Lake District is awesome. Just checking I didn't miss anything. No, we're all good. Media Studios, haha, big up the Jacob. Yes, man. I work at an FE college as the media technician in charge for the film studios and kits, etc., and then do freelance stuff on the side, mainly corporate videos and oh, awesome. That sounds really cool, man. Awesome. And getting into drones and FPV. Oh, wicked. Well, yeah, man, it's a good hobby, and yeah, if you get really good at it, who knows? Found FPV footage. Hey, Jamie. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Love the FPV series. Do you use some SFX for your edits? Do you have a pack for it? I do. I do use a lot of SFX for my edits. It's mainly for videos like this. It's probably going to be a range of kind of as you go past things. I may well add some kind of officey sound effects just to ground the video a bit more. If you look at some of the other videos I've done on my channel, I've used lots of sound effects, especially where there's people involved. I tend to record sound on site. So, for instance, I did like a big leisure centre with lots of people in it, and after I shot it all in sections using those kind of transitions or the frame wipes that I use, and after each scene, I then recorded sounds, general kind of atmospheric sounds of where we were to then add to the video. So I think that's always a good idea. And if not, I'll just find stuff on stock sites, or I've got like a pretty good library of sound effects I've built up over the years, which I use. But it's always nice to record them live because there's nothing quite like getting the actual sounds from where you were filming. But yes. I enjoy watching Altitude UAV Solutions. Hello. I enjoy watching your videos. Nice to see how you edit. Thank you for your time. Absolutely no problem at all, mate. It's good to have you here. And yeah, feel free to ask any questions. I'll try and answer them as best as I can while trying to edit as well. I don't know if anyone was on the stream earlier. I mentioned about setting up a Discord channel so that we could all have a bit of a chin wag and start building up a nice community where we all kind of help each other out, and somewhere we can all chat. I've also put a what's it called? A voice channel in there as well. So if anyone wants to jump on voice, we can have a bit of a chat. I was thinking what might be cool is maybe, once a week or once every couple of weeks to do, jump on our favorite sim and do some flying together online. Might be quite interesting. So that could be a good fun thing for the Discord. The Discord, I have also created a Patreon page, because what I don't want the Discord to be is just people jumping in there and not being a part of the community. I think that's really important for it to work, that everyone gets involved. So I've set up a Patreon page with a very, very small donation, which you can make and then get access to the Discord channel. I figure that's the best way to do it, so that we've only really got people in the Discord who want to be there and are going to contribute to the community. So I thought that was important. So I've dropped a link in the description for this video, so feel free to check it out. No pressure whatsoever. I just want to have a really cool community where we can all help each other out and have a good time and learn stuff off of each other, because I think that's really important. So yeah, there you go. Any more questions? No, for now. So okay, let's edit. So next thing I want to do is start thinking about speed ramping. What I might do is I think I might mute my audio on my computer, because I need to find some music, and what I don't want to do is, do you know what, I might actually, I'll come to music later because I don't want to get this stream taken down. So what I might do is just start doing the speed ramping where I think it'll fit at the moment, and then once I've done that, I can then add music later, so we don't have to worry about the audio for now. Okay, so I'm just going to basically scrub through the video, see where I think it could do with being sped up, and then, yeah, just make adjustments as we go. Definitely around the transitions. I won't add any motion blur onto those speed ramps at the moment because I use real motion blur and it's mega process intensive. So it'll probably crash my computer around the stream. So I'll do that at a later date. But yeah, so do the speed ramping, and then we'll get into some color grading because that's obviously another important part. Make this look how we want it to look at the moment because it's just log footage at the moment, basically. Yeah, keep on coming with the questions. Oh, cool! A few people join the stream. Awesome. Let's have a look. Let's play it through. Actually, I don't like where that. I think we just need to jog that start a little bit because it's like, let's go from here. That's better. That's nice. So the thing with speed ramping, you have to be careful. So I see a lot of videos where it's almost like they're trying to rush to get through a space. And I think with these types of projects, it's really important to take your time because where you've had these kind of fit out projects and they've put a lot of effort and detail into these kind of things. So what you don't want to do is rush through them. You know, we might be looking at a 2.5, 3 minute video, which I think is fine. Lengthwise, that's fine because, you know, you really want to be able to showcase the space. But the important thing with speed ramps is to A, hide dodgy transitions, but B, also just to keep the viewer engaged. And I think that's important. So if you have any, what I call a dead space within a video, so that could be, you know, transitioning through a hallway or an area which is maybe not interesting, that's where you kind of use speed ramps. And I don't go crazy with speed ramps. I don't do super fast ones. I almost use them. I try to make them look like it was done during the flight, if that makes sense, rather than having these mega fast speed ramps. I don't really like it. I know it's like a personal choice. I don't personally like it. I think it's good to take your time through a flight. I always say with FPV flying and fly-throughs is a lot of the editing is done in the flight, which I think is true. And then you're really just enhancing it when it comes into post. Chris, again, it would be great if you could share your QR codes for the GoPro. I also follow along with settings and would be great to share so I can set up similar, please. Yes, I'm more than happy to do that, mate. Good place for that would be in the Discord, I think. Then I can share all sorts of stuff like that, my rates, GoPro QR codes, and then whatever else you guys want. So yeah, sign up to the Patreon. I'll give you access to the Discord link and I can share all of that sort of stuff with you, no problem at all. Yeah, the other thing is when you're shooting with people, and you have to be quite conscious of this, is what I don't like seeing is we can obviously see we've got this lady walking here. What I see in a lot of FPV videos is they would speed ramp sort of here and then she just sort of speeds off. I don't like that. I like it to almost be in real time. So I'm also quite conscious of that when it comes to speed ramping. So I think this first section, we probably don't really need anything here. Because we really want to sort of take this in. So, and I think the music will really enhance this and sound effects as well. So I think here, this is a pretty good, and again, don't really want to speed ramp here because we've got her walking. So kind of conscious of that. So probably now where she's disappeared out of frame and we've got quite a big section to go through here, I would say this is probably a good point to just give it a little speed ramp because this is quite a long area here. Actually, it's a really nice space, to be fair. So I'd say let's just go back to around, why's my phone vibrating? What is this? Hey, someone... Chaser FPV, subscribe to my Patreon. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Let me go on here, and I'll give you the Discord link. Sorry, mid flow, and I'll probably anyone who signs up, I'll sort these out afterwards. like an old man trying to work something now. It's hilarious. Tell you what, I'll sort that out after I'm finished on the stream, because I can't do more than one thing at a time. But yes, thanks for joining, mate. Hopefully, I think people find benefit from the Discord channel. Like I said, I want it to be a community where we all help each other out. But specifically, it means I can, dedicate some more time to chatting with you guys, which is awesome. Where were we? Let's go to. Okay, so she disappears from there, so we could reliably... did I already do time remapping? Yes, I did. So we'll stick keyframe there, and let's say, where do we want it to go up to? Let's just let it flow and see what happens. It's kind of a slowish section. So I would say... this could be a sort of longish speed ramp up to about here. So we'll give... so I generally don't tend to go any higher than 125 or 130 just to give it a little bit of speed. And then we'll just extend these out. Do the same here. Just they ramp up nicely. Actually, what I do see a lot of people doing with speed ramps, so I'll come back to that, is, and I was certainly guilty of this at the beginning, is not letting them ramp, essentially. So there we go, and then just straight into the speed ramp, and it's like, okay, well, it works, but it's nice to give it a bit of a ramp up. So this is where these come in handy. And then if you click on these little, I don't know what you call them, keyframes, I guess, and then you've got these here, and we can just again smoothen those ramps up a bit more. And then make them a bit longer if we need to as well. Let's see how that works. Just gives it a subtle... okay, we could probably make that a little longer, just so it's not... there we go. It just gives it, a little bit more pace. Gets through the area a bit quicker. And it doesn't look unnatural. That's the thing. It doesn't look like it's been sped up, which I think is important. So that's very much my style. That's not to say that I don't use the very fast speed transitions or the speed ramps. I do sometimes. It totally depends. But for this, I said, like I said, we're trying to show details here. That's the important thing, because that's what they're trying to market, essentially. So we don't want to go too fast. Popcorn Colonel Army. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining the stream. Someone else also joined the Patreon. Jacob, thank you very much, buddy. I'm guessing that's Median Studios. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. As I said, I'll send you guys a Discord link as soon as we're done here. We can get chatting on there. I forgot what I was saying now. Reading comments. So DJI Action 4 or the GoPro Hero 12. For me, it's GoPro Hero 12 every single time. I've told this story a couple of times, but I bought this not long ago when the GoPro Hero 13 came out, and I was very underwhelmed at the specs, to say the least. I was hoping for a 1-inch sensor and 6K and yada yada yada. Maybe I was a bit, premature in that. So yeah, I kind of got pissed off with the GoPro release, and I was like, everyone's raving about... I jumped on the DJI hype train, basically, which I shouldn't have, because I should know better than that. And I bought the DJI Osmo Action 5, tested it out, and was thoroughly disappointed with it, if I'm perfectly honest. First of all, this is the point when they hadn't released the update, so the bit rate would increase. So I think the maximum was like 4K at 50 megabits a second, which is just ridiculous. You could see these horrible artifacts all over the walls and in the shadows. And it was also doing something really weird when you were flying under lighting. So for instance, I flew under some of these kind of fluorescent lamps, or I think these are LEDs actually. And as soon as you went under them, it just didn't know the exposure control, didn't know what to do with it. Because obviously when I shoot these fly-throughs, I shoot in auto because of the changing lighting conditions, and which the GoPro handles brilliantly, and the Action 5 just couldn't do it. It's just, it was a mess, basically. I would never have used the footage. I did the same shoot as well with the Hero 12 at the time, and it was just incomparably better. So yeah, for me, it's always going to be the GoPro for now, anyway, until I'm confident that the Action DJI can do as good a job. They're not bad cameras by any means. It's just for me, using them professionally, it just didn't cut the mustard. So I have an Action 5 just sat on my desk, literally brand new, used once. It's just a waste of money basically for me. So I hope that answers your question, but it's not a bad camera by any means. It just didn't do what I needed it to. Are we happy with how this speed ramp ends? I think that's pretty good. So see, it's subtle. And I think that's important. We don't want to... That wasn't subtle. That was a computer glitch. I think we could probably make that ramp a bit longer just so it's smoother. Yeah, looks nice. I'm happy with that one. Thanks. I was deciding on the GoPro or the Action 5 for $100 more. It was mainly for FPV, so that really I would go for the GoPro, mate. You won't be disappointed. And if you're using GoPro Labs, it's so good. And they're cheap. I've seen that they're cheap as anything right now. I wouldn't go for the Hero 13 at the moment. It's got some glitches. So I filmed this on the Hero 13, and I've noticed there's a couple of weird things going on around the exposure, but it wasn't too bad in this. But I'd say the Hero 12 is probably a good shout. Basically the same camera. Just you don't get that lovely magnetic mount. So yeah, I hope that helps. Chris, would you say the 11 is as good as the 12? Yes, I would. I think they're pretty much exactly the same. I don't know what the differences are. I can't remember. Oh, I genuinely can't remember. Do you know what? Let's have a look. I'll get rid of that. Okay, so GoPro Hero 12 versus 11 specs. Camera decision. Here we go. Let's have a look. Is it doing a comparison? Here we go. Key specs. So they've both got the same sensor. They've both got the same ISO. They've both got the same lens. They've both got the same screen. They've both got the same resolution. They've both got the same frame rates. Ah, yes, this was the difference. I remembered. The Hero 11 has GPS and the Hero 12 does not. That is the only difference between the Hero 11 and the Hero 12. So they are exactly the same. So that should answer your question. I also think on the Hero 11 you didn't get log. That's right. So you didn't get the log color profile and you got GPS, whereas the Hero 12 you didn't get GPS, but you got the log color profile. So I would actually go for the 12 because I'd go for the 12 if you want to have the ability to shoot in log. If you don't and you're just happy shooting normal color profile, go for the 11. And if you need GPS, but I don't know why you'd need GPS. So yeah, hopefully that helps. I know you said you can update the bitrate with labs to same. Anything it's missing. I have a naked 11, full one, and also the GoPro 11 mini. Yeah, there you go. I think I answered that question. Joel Shinu, hello, welcome to the stream. Do you ever fly freestyle, and are you going to be upgrading to the 04 units when it comes out this month / next month? I do fly freestyle occasionally when I have time, which is not all that often, if I'm perfectly honest. I'd love to get more time, but yeah, just with work, I don't get a chance very often. I am a member of a local drone racing club, the Surrey Drone Racing Club, and we have like meetups and stuff. I haven't been on one yet, if I'm honest, but I intend to go and meet up, have a bit of a chill. But yeah, it's just finding time. I've got 2 kids as well, so when I'm not working, generally my downtime is, you know, not flying drones, even though I love doing it. So yeah, I'm not by any means the greatest freestyle pilot in the world. It's not really one of my main focuses, but it's hella fun. You probably won't see me flying through a bando anytime soon. Are you going to be upgrading to the O4 units? I don't know. I probably not, if I'm honest. Unless when the O4 unit comes out, it has, you know, ridiculous amounts of penetration and signal strength, which can go for, you know, miles, because that's really important to me, especially when flying through buildings. The penetration of the signal for the video feed is really important. So unless it's groundbreaking in that sense, I probably won't really upgrade, because I'm not recording or using the footage from the onboard camera. So for me, the quality of that doesn't really matter. And all of my quads are either O3 or Vista, which I'm more than happy with. So unless it's, you know, something completely groundbreaking, I probably won't. I may well get one to test it out for funsies. It depends whether it's compatible with the DJI Goggles 2, because that's what I currently use. What they tend to do is make it only compatible with the latest set of goggles, and then we'll make it compatible with other things as well, which is what DJI generally do. So yeah. Chris, I think you said you would get log in labs. Yeah, so with the 11, you can kind of. Hold on, let me look it up on my phone. There is a setting in GoPro Labs. Let me go into QR control in extras. And there's, I think it's log B. Is that right on here? Yeah, log B. So feature information, Hero 11 to 13, extremely advanced users. Changing the log base for very flat encoding. So the color flat profile is log base 113. So I believe if you change that to 400, there's no way you're going to be able to see that on there. But I think if you change this to 400, that will give you basically a log profile. And I did, to be fair, when I had the 11, I did do that, but I found the actual native log profile was better on the Hero 12. It just seemed better for color grading because it was like a proper log profile, whereas this is kind of isn't. It's just a very, very flat color profile. There was a lot more information in the log profile when the Hero 12 came out. So, but yes, you can do it. You're right. Hope that answered your question, mate. Yeah, it's in the extras on QR control is the app I use. It's on extras under log B, and then I put 400 was the figure I put in there. So again, hopefully that answers your question. Cool. So I'm happy with that speed ramp. I'll just crack on with this for now. So let's keep going. Let's just watch. Don't think we need a speed ramp here. So this is, I think, where we need to do a speed ramp to get through this transition, just to mask it, even though this one's not super obvious. And kind of get to, I would say, about here. So again, I think I'll probably go with like 130 and then just really stretch those ramps out. Give them a bit of a curve, and then we'll just have a watch and see what I think. This is very much just done on feel, to be honest. The other thing I've noticed about speed ramping is, especially with 25 frames a second, it has a tendency, if the quad is kind of turning in any way, it gets a bit jumpy. So just be mindful of that. Best to kind of speed ramp if you're going in straight lines, or start a speed ramp if you're going in straight lines. Once it kind of ramps up to the figure you've given it, it tends to be fine. But just, yeah, be wary of that. Looks all right. And gain a bit of speed there. Then we could push that a little bit more if I'm honest. So let's take it to 150. Just to try and get through that. I'll just give it a minute to think. It's having a moment. Yeah, it's a bit faster. I think we could extend that out a bit. Just, I think it was the ramp was ending a little early. It's having a moment there. We'll give it a second to chill out. Something just disconnected. What was that? Oh. Oh, my camera disappeared. What's going on? Killed itself. There we go, I'm back. Video broadcast just had a moment. Oh, it's having another moment. Suddenly it's just USB device disconnected. Well, I hope it wasn't anything that I'm using for the stream. or a hard drive. That frequently happens, which is annoying. Cool. I think we're all good. Just let me know if the stream's okay, guys, because it was having a moment. Yeah, I think that looks good. And then again, here we're kind of back into details, and I'm flying relatively quickly at this point, so I think we're kind of right here. I don't think we need... Oh, that slowed down a little bit there, so maybe we could use a little speed ramp just here. Let's just fly. This is kind of slow. And I think just literally to here, and just give it a little boost. We're like 125. Let it ramp down. Oh no, I just moved the whole timeline. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's have a look and see what that looks like. Yeah, that's better. Just compensated for me not flying properly. Good stream. Lovely. Thank you. You have any 5-inch or 7-inch drones? I do. Do you want to see them? I'll whip them out. The drones, that is. Oh my god. They're all hiding on my wall. There, I've got like a wall full of... God, I haven't used this one in a while. It's bloody dusty. So this is my GEPRC Mark V, which is a little beast. This is the X-frame. Not the dead cat. And I actually made a custom GoPro mount for this. I don't know if you can see that. Which is, I think, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 centimeters taller. Because what I was finding is, because it's not a dead cat frame, the GoPro was catching these props in the footage. So I just got like a 3D print that a print file that I found on Thingiverse for this, and then just extended it by like 2 or 3 centimeters just so that the GoPro didn't catch the props in the frame. It's great. This is a great quad. I've used this for a lot of stuff, especially chasing racing cars. This is good because it fucking flies fast as fuck. So I'll stick that back on the wall, and then I've got my pride and joy. This is my monster. I don't know how well that's coming out because of the thingy. Cohen Woods just subscribed. Thank you very much. So this is my 7-inch cine lifter. It's just a 4 props, 4 motors, and it carries Blackmagic. Get it closer. Blackmagic Micro Studio G2 with a Laowa 7.5mm lens. This is amazing. I love this thing. There's a little hard drive on the back. I probably couldn't hear me. Little hard drive on the back. I've got like a custom button mod on here. So the quad and the button mod extension with the hard drive all came from Halo RC, which makes amazing quads. So yeah, that's what I fly, you know, on kind of higher end shoots, I guess. I've also got a 4-inch cine lifter as well, which will carry a naked Blackmagic, which is good. Joel, been flying whoops for a while now and looking to move to something bigger sizes now. I would, yeah, good shout. I would go for, if you're looking for a 5-inch, a good 5-inch is either the GEPRC Mark 5. If you want to do freestyle, go for the X-Frame. If you want to do filming, go for the Dead Cat. Or the iFlight Nazgul is a good shout as well. Very good. Or if you fancy building your own one, I built a TBS Source 1V5. Lovely frame, lots of parts available for it, so it's super easy. Popcorn Kernel Army, what do you think about the GoPro Hero 4K? Just asking because it's cheaper and lighter. Let me remind myself because I don't know. GoPro Hero 4K. Oh, yes, I remembered this thing. I can't remember what the specs are on it now. Let's have a look. It's 4K tiny. Nice. I like that. Good marketing, guys. Good marketing. Let's see. Tiny by design. I think probably the annoying... Oh, it does have a screen. I didn't think this one had a screen. That's interesting. Depends what frame rates it shoots at. I suspect that you might only be able to get 30 frames a second in 4K. And you've also only got a 12 megapixel sensor, which is kind of small. Which doesn't matter for video, does it? Because it's resolution, not pixels. Pixels sells smartphone cameras. Hypersmooth, cool. Stunning 4K. Yeah, 30 or 25 frames a second. I mean, that's fine. If you don't want to film in 50 frames a second or 60 frames a second, that would be fine. I always film in 50 frames a second because it's better for the stabilization and also gives you greater flexibility in post. I'm sure it's a very, very good camera. So yeah, I can't personally recommend it as I've never used it, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Chris, I've got the GEPRC Mark 5 Dead Cat on the O3. It's ace. Also have a 6-inch Vapor X by GEPRC. It's awesome too. Nice, both very nice quads, mate. Yeah, good shout. Welcome to the stream. If anyone has just joined, we're doing some editing. We're doing some chatting. Pretending like I know what I'm talking about. In some way or form, and trying to edit this video as well. So let's get back to the video edit. So we're just putting in some speed ramps at the moment. This looks alright. This all looks pretty good. Drone in the window. That's annoying. So you can't really do much about this. You can try with content aware fill in After Effects. And it kind of works if you've got like a plain background and it's like a shadow. But on stuff like this, it's going to struggle because it's quite you can see through it. Because it's so small, you could probably get away with it. So I might give it a try just to try and get rid of that. But to be honest, it's sort of not really noticeable. So I think we could do with a speed ramp here. This is a bit of a dead area coming out of here. So let's go, and then we go into the wellness room, which is actually really nice. Oh, and I was sat, I don't know if you can see me, I was sat on the floor just behind these desks here for this section of the flight. Can you see my reflection? Let's see, can you see me? No, I hid quite well there, didn't I? Good job. So I think we'll put the speed ramp to about here and go for like a 130 again. Just doesn't need to be mega, it just needs to be... Just speed this section up. Oh my god, I keep doing that. Just speed that section up a little. Smoothing it out. Let's have a watch back. I think we could probably bring that back a little more. Yeah, and that was what I was kind of talking about with dead areas. This room looks so good. James. Hello, James. Hey, I love watching your videos. When you get the chance, can you show us your beta flight settings for your drone? I can. So I actually did a live stream, a dedicated live stream to this a couple of days ago, maybe yesterday or the day before, and I actually clipped a section out of that live stream. So if you go and have a look at my other videos, there is a dedicated video for my beta flight rates and PIDs for the Cinebot 30. So you're welcome. I have the Cinelog 25 V2. Very nice. Yeah, go and check out that video. It's got my rates and my PIDs on it. So I'll probably post all of that sort of stuff in the Discord as well, which I've now set up. Which is accessible through my Patreon. So there's a link in the description to this. Once you sign up to Patreon, I will send you a link to the Discord and we can hang out, chat, share stuff, help each other out. You'll also get early access to my day in the life videos. So I'll post them 24 hours ahead of the YouTube release on Discord. So you guys can watch that first. Altitude UAV solutions. Do you have problems with the signal for your headset and or controls on your transmitter? I wouldn't call it problems. I would say limitations for sure. On the transmitter, no. So I use Express ELRS, which is, goes for miles. I've never had a problem with my TX signal dropping out ever. It always far outlasts the video transmission from the DJI 03 unit. So yeah, that's never a problem. And the reason I'd switched to Express ELRS because I was originally using the full DJI system. So the air unit with the DJI remote. But the thing I didn't like about that is as soon as the video signal started to degrade, and you get down to 5 megabits a second or 1 megabit a second, and it would just fail safe, which is really annoying. So now that I switched to Express ELRS, it means that I can generally fly through those kind of black spots with the video feed. What happened? Something happened with my tablet. Oh, my battery died on my tablet, which means I now can't see the comments. That's really useful. We'll keep going. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, there we go. I got that back. Yeah, my tablet died, which is how I read all the comments. So I'm just going to have to... I should probably stick that on charge. Maybe I can use it again in a minute. Yeah, anyway, I can still see your comments. I've got them in front of me on the actual YouTube video. Fuck, where was I? Yeah, so that's the reason I switched to Express ELRS. So it means I can fly through those kind of dead spots now, which is good. Yeah, but it's I think that's the biggest challenge with these sort of fly-throughs, especially when you're flying through these really big buildings, is trying to find somewhere to sit where you've got good coverage, and it won't go forever. We're not going to talk about hacks on here because I'll get myself in trouble. But yeah, let's try and read some more comments. James, okay, thanks. I'll go look at it. Thanks, mate. FTFO Media, yo. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you again. Nice. Watch the first stream going to work. Watching the second stream leaving work. There you go, mate. I aim to please and provide a service. Good to have you here, mate, as always. And I think you just joined, so I'll tell you the Discord server is now up, so that's live. I did set up a Patreon as well, which you'll need to sign up to get access to the Discord. The reason I've done that is so we can have a nice close-knit community, as I want to have a really nice community where everyone helps each other out on there. So if you sign up to the Patreon for a very small fee, I'll give you access to the Discord, and you'll also get 24-hour early access to all the day in the life videos before they get released on YouTube. So yeah, there you go. Good to see you here again, mate. Mike C, welcome, buddy. Any suggestions on a pilot starting out or trying to find clients? So I'm actually going to do a live stream specifically on this on Saturday this week, time to be confirmed. yeah, to talk about how you get clients, the best tools to use to get clients. But a little snippet is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is your biggest tool and greatest asset when it comes to this sort of thing, because it means you can connect with the people who have the money. Money, money, money. Money. So yes, LinkedIn, very, very powerful. Get signed up on LinkedIn. I'm going to show you the best ways to use it, and the most effective ways to use it on a live stream this coming Saturday. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. Any advice for flying indoors? Don't crash into anything. It's probably the best advice I can give you. No, that's total shit. Best advice flying indoors. Make sure air mode is turned off unless you want to get stuck to walls. I would say some other big things about flying indoors is you kind of have to anticipate things happening before they happen. So whether that's flying over things like tables or through doors, is everything changes the way the quad reacts when you're flying over objects or through doors, because essentially it's spitting out all this, all this air from the propellers, and then as soon as you fly over like a table, it'll kick up that wind, and then your drone will essentially eat it again, which lowers the efficiencies of the props. And the same with flying through doors. So you kind of have to get used to how a quad will react when you're flying over certain objects or through doors, and you kind of have to anticipate it happening before it happens. And that just comes with experience, but that's probably a good piece of advice. Flying indoors is probably your biggest object. Your biggest difficulty is going to be signal strength when you're flying indoors. So you might find an area that you think will be a good area to sit in, which you think will give you good coverage, but it'll be total shit, and you'll just think, oh my god, how am I going to get through this place? And you could move literally 10 meters away in the same building and you could get great coverage through the whole place. So experiment with the way you're sitting. Just remember, your antennas on your goggle are omnidirectional unless you've changed them to something else like a directional antenna. So yeah, try and face the drone as much as you can. But yeah, also be mindful of, in offices like this, and especially in, places like London or built up cities, there's a lot of Wi-Fi interference and a lot of interference from electricals. So make sure you're not sitting next to things like electrical boxes, or lots of computers or Wi-Fi routers. There's all that sort of thing can interrupt your signal. So yeah, like I said, experiment with where you're sitting or standing or whatever it may be. It's probably some good advice. At Mike C, be different. Gimbal Air, how's it going? I know you, Gimbal Air. We are connected on LinkedIn. Be different. Good advice. That's very good advice. Be different. Yeah, absolutely. You've got to try and be different as much as you can to stand out. Andre13, hi Jamie. Will you make a video showing all the gear you bring for a job? Yeah, so probably a good video to watch is my day in the life videos, to be honest. Is it, will mainly show everything I take with a job to me. Everything to a job with me. So if you go and check out the other videos on my channel, if you haven't watched them already, if you want me to, I could do a separate video where I kind of go through every single thing I take with me, and that's a good idea, actually. Maybe I'll do a separate video where I kind of go through each of my quads, my backup quads, my spare remotes, my spare propellers, soldering irons, literally everything I take with me, to kind of cover all bases, to make sure that, if I get into a situation, I've always got a spare, or I'm able to fix something if something goes wrong. Make sure return to home is off. That's a great piece of advice. Yeah. Whenever you're flying inside, make sure return to home is off. You probably won't get that on many sort of whoops or whatever, but turn return to home off. That's a good shout. Altitude UAV solutions, ground effects, you mean? Yes, that's exactly what I meant. I couldn't think of it. Thank you. My main camera, main cinema camera's Wi-Fi cuts my ranges down to 100 meters from the Avata 2. Had to turn off the camera Wi-Fi. Yeah, exactly. So that's how that can really affect it. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Wi-Fi interference is a big issue, especially built-up areas like this. You got no chance. You're not going to get anywhere near the sort of penetration and range that you would get in smaller buildings out in the countryside, for instance. Sorry, having a drink. Harry Reid, hey buddy, good to see you. Love your on the job videos, man. Thank you very much, appreciate that. I've enjoyed making them so far. This video I'm editing here is actually the basis of my next video. So yeah, I'll be getting that one out soon once I get around to editing it. They take a little while to edit, as I think there's like 5 or 6 hours worth of footage to go through. So yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate you watching. Gimbal Air at Mike C. It's not easy though. Follow a few guys and see their style of range of different venues and see how they bring the place to life. Everyone remember the bowling alley vid? Yeah, absolutely. It's a good shout. Yeah, I would say that's good advice. You know, I think eventually you'll get your own style. I kind of certainly have. And then yeah, everyone will kind of bring their own originality to a fly through. But I would say, yeah, see what other people are doing. But at the same time, don't fixate on it, you know, because then what you don't want to do is try and copy other people. You know, by all means, do what other people do, especially if it's good. But, you know, you need to try and have your own style. So don't try and kind of imitate someone else. Come up with something which is fresh, you know. I try to do things which are fresh all the time. A, it challenges me, which is good. But B, you got to keep these things fresh. What we don't want is for these things to get stale. So, you know, use funky transitions. You know, I've done transitions flying through a TV before, which was really cool and got a really good response on LinkedIn. Do you know, I might show that video. Have I got it on here? I don't even know. YouTube. I think I do. Let's go to my channel. I'll show the example of that. That's a really cool way to keep things interesting and fresh. So it was a little while ago. It was a school fly through that I did. Do I have it on here? I'm not sure that I do have it on here. Oh yes, I do. Here we go. I'll mute the music so we don't get so there was this scene here. Ugh, this looks really yellow, this video. Yeah, so I used a TV to transition. So basically I ended up in this kind of classroom in here and I didn't really have any, there was nowhere else for me to go, essentially. So I decided to use a TV to act as a transition. And it worked pretty well. So here we go. Here it is. So I flew through this window, had a TV on the wall, decided, cool, let's use that for a transition. And then we flew through the TV into the next bit to get us back to the beginning of the building. So I thought that was a kind of cool idea. And it was actually relatively easy to do. There it is again. I could probably make this better now, to be honest. This was done a while ago. 8 months ago. My gosh. There you go. That's a good example. Well, for me, I think that's a good example of keeping things fresh. Really looking forward to the stream about LinkedIn. Yeah, it should be a good one. I think, you know, as I said, LinkedIn is very much a powerful tool. And I think if you're not using it, you absolutely should be. It's where I get 99.9% of my work from. Keyframes, yep, it was keyframes that I used to do that transition. I'm assuming that's what you were talking about, but yes, I was using keyframes to do that kind of masking transition. If you call it that, I don't know what it's called, but yeah, there you go. Let's keep going. So yeah, flying in through here. Don't need to speed around this bit. This room's really cool. This is where we actually set up our base of operations on this day. And then we had to clear it all out and stick it in the back corridor. So that was cool. Okay, so we're back through the same area here. So this is another good place for a speed ramp. Sorry, yes it was, thank you. No worries, no problem. Chris Cleve, gotta go. I'll watch the rest in the morning. Okay, buddy, thank you very much for joining us. Really appreciate it. And yeah, it'll be on the catch up, so you can watch it whenever you're ready. Thanks for your time. So let's go, and then this is the next area. So we'll go to about here, I think. And again, we'll probably just go up to like, I don't know, 130, see how that works. And then there, and there. Yes, nice little speed ramp. There is a very big possibility that I might have to blur this whiteboard out, because I think there's some, not that you can really see it, but there might be some information they don't want in the video. This looks good. Happy with the speed all here. That looks fine. Over the top here, don't think I need to really do anything with that. Cool view. That's a really cool view out of that window. Right, so I think here we're going to need a speed ramp just to tidy this transition up a little bit. So sort of go to about there, and we'll give that like a, let's give that like a 140 and see how it looks. Oh, I'll keep doing that. I don't want to curve those up too much. Just have a look. Oh, that was a bit fast, wasn't it? It looked a little bit fake. So let's try again. That hides it quite well, doesn't it? I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, that works. And I don't think we need anything in this section. This all looks all right. And then we're down to this bit, and we're definitely going to need a speed ramp at this bit with this dodgy transition. So I think let's go from about here up until like, I think here essentially. We're going to give this a fairly quick one, I reckon, to hide this dodgy transition, which I now regret doing. Okay, we're going to give that a bit of a lead in. Okay, what I don't like is when he picks up his glass, it looks sped up. Yeah, we have to make that not as fast. I don't like that sort of stuff. So maybe just bring it down to 130. Yeah, and this is difficulty when you add people in. You kind of have to. Yeah, okay, that looks all right. I think it's getting late. I think everyone's going to bed. Stream numbers are dropping a little bit, so maybe we'll do another, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. So get your questions in. FPV Danny, would you consider flying a Cinebot? I can't see the rest of it. Outdoors? Yes, I have flown a Cinebot outdoors lots of times. I've used it to chase go-karts before. Again, I'll show you another video where it was more than capable of chasing go-karts. Where was it? Here we go. So this was shot on the Cinebot. So yeah, this thing kept up So I did actually do this in one take, but I edited this down just for funsies. But yeah, this was a Cinebot. Watch this shot. This was mental. How I did not hit that guy's head, I do not know. Where was it? Here you go. No, a little bit back. How I didn't hit his head, I don't know. But yeah, this was all on the Cinebot. So the thing rips. Definitely. So there's your answer. Flies nice outside as long as you haven't got much of a strong breeze. FTV Media, what time is it there? It is 10:53, so it's almost my bedtime. Altitude UAV Solutions, thanks James. I have to go. I'll catch up with it later. All right, buddy. Thanks for watching, mate. Appreciate that. I will probably be heading off relatively soon as well. I want to just slap the color grade on this and just see what it looks like. So once I've done that, we'll probably finish up. So I think more or less, I think that's pretty good for the speed ramps actually. So I think I fly relatively quickly up the stairs here, so I don't think we need another speed ramp. So I think that's pretty good for the speed ramps. I think I'm happy with those. I'll review them when I'm not so tired. FPV Danny, your goggles connected to the tablet and flying through the tablet rather than through the goggles. Classed as visual line of sight and can be done without a spotter. Sorry, press the early. Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. Would you consider flying outdoors with your goggles connected to... I think someone just subscribed. Thank you very much. Oh, that was loud. With your goggles connected to a tablet and flying through the tablet rather than through the goggles, class of visual line of sight. I mean, yeah, you could do that. Have you ever tried flying an FPV drone with a tablet? It's very difficult. I have tried it once. I had a client on a job who wanted to have a go in the goggles, so I connected my tablet and I was like, "Hey, I'll just fly it with the tablet." It's more difficult than you think it would be. But yeah, you could totally do that, and I guess it would be classed as visual line of sight, but you have to remember. The idea with visual line of sight is you're not constantly looking down at your screen. You're meant to fly looking at the drone and glance at your screen occasionally to look at your shot, but you should be flying not looking at your screen the whole time. So I think you'd probably find it difficult. No, it made sense. I got it. Feel free to ignore it. No, you're all good. Harry Reid, how often are you actually on site flying, and is it difficult with the weather in the UK? The weather does not make it easier, but fortunately a lot of my jobs tend to be inside. And if it's an outside job and it's a particularly rainy day, you may well find gaps in the weather. So I've got a good weather radar app I use, which is very, very accurate. So you can generally get a good sense of when the weather's going to break, when it's going to stop raining. I have had weeks where I've been on shoots 5 or 6 days, which has been absolutely killer. I try not to book more than 3 shoots in a week for my own sanity. A, because it's tiring, especially if I've got to travel far. But B, it doesn't leave me a huge amount of time for editing. I've tried to find editors to work with, but still haven't found anyone who I was totally happy with, so I'm still editing myself. Ideally, I'd like to find an editor at some point who I could just hand footage off to, and they can just do what I do, essentially. Again, not saying that I am the be-all and end-all of editing, because I'm absolutely not. But I have a particular style, and yeah, it'd be great to have an editor at some point. It would make my life a lot easier. But yeah, I try not to book more than 3 shoots in a week, because A, I hate myself for it, and B, my family hates me for it. So yeah. Right, let's tidy this up a bit. New bin, FPV. Let's not be messy. And then let's do new bin for music and SFX. And then I don't think we need another We'll go with it. We now need an adjustment layer. So new item, adjustment layer. Drag that on and let's stick a LUT on and see how this all looks. And my trusty GoPro LUT, which I do creative because I don't like it at full strength. Browse. Okay. Come on. LUTs. Oh, don't say that fast. GoPro creative. There we go. That's looking very yellow. See, this is a good LUT, but I'll only like to use it like 70% as it gets a bit much otherwise. So let's see. That colour looks quite nice. It's a little bit contrasty. It's decided to kill itself now. Stop pressing buttons and just let it catch up. That's what we need to do. Kudos to you if you're still on the stream. I know it's getting late. Well, for me it is anyway. What is it? In the US, 6 hours? I guess. If you're... I don't know. Between 6 and 8 hours, I think, isn't it? So it's like... home time? After work, maybe? Yeah, I guess. Are you catching up now? Or are we... Oh, yeah, we go. We have caught up. This is looking quite nice. Color temperature looks good. I think it's bigger as we're color grading. And then, yeah, I mean, this LUT is just nice. It's it works pretty well at about 70%. It's not actually too contrasty. I think it looks okay. The color temperature looks bang on. Like, this is how it looked when we were in the office. So this was 5,000 Kelvin, which worked pretty well by the look of it. I haven't done anything to the color temperature. So let's have a look. Turn that off. Log. Oh, that's good. Probably not even have to do much with this. Easy camera. Chill out. 3 p.m. in WA. What's WA? Smirk. How you doing, buddy? WA. I don't know. I'm not even going to guess what that is. Maybe just 3 p.m. in WA. Not sure. Not sure what that means. It's I'm guessing somewhere in the States. I'm going to feel really stupid when he goes, oh, it's, I don't know. It would be Wisconsin because that's, I don't think that's WA. Yeah, color grade looks good. I don't think I've got to do much to this. The colors are nice. The temperature's nice. I like this. This obviously have all these cool like rainbowy effects going on the windows and the paneling. So you see these panels here. They're not like a normal color. They had a special name for it, but I can't remember what they are. They're like reflective, but they pearlescent almost, I guess. It's looking good. I'm happy with that. I don't think I'm going to have to do anything with this. Literally, it's spot on. I love it when that happens. Makes my life a lot easier. This is the nice thing about doing FPV fly-throughs. Is like I said earlier, like 80% of the edit is done in the flying, you know. And I genuinely believe that, because if you fly it well, you don't have to do much to it in post. So, although you guys are all probably there, this looks fucking terrible. You're shit. If you are, fair enough. That's my imposter syndrome kicking out, which I still struggle with every single day. Interested to see how this last scene looks because it was shot in a much darker setting. So, yeah, we're gonna... Well, that looks alright. It looks darker, but it's meant to be darker because it's nighttime, but those lights are really standing out nicely. That looks good. And then we finish up back off at the top of the office again with the lighting. Yeah. I don't think we've got to do much to this. And this is the ending shot, so logos, yeah, information. I'm pretty happy with that on the whole. I think that looks pretty good. I think maybe this bit needs a bit of work. So I'll need to do some keyframes and just tweak this. I think it looks a little like it could add a bit of contrast, and I can see a bit of noise going on over here. So we could probably just tweak that a bit. But when it comes in here, this looks good. Do you know what? The dynamic range on these GoPros is so fucking good for the size of the sensors. Like, you kind of would just, this was a bright sunny day and you know, the sun was low in the sky, you would kind of just expect anything with a small sensor for this just be blown out. Obviously the sky's blown out, but it's, well, you say the sky's blown out, but I can see clouds there, so it's not too bad. So yeah, the dynamic range always gets me with these GoPros. They are really good. I think it's even better when you're in a log color profile as well. That's a weird statue. I actually wanted to fly through that statue, but that gap wasn't quite big enough. I probably could have done it, but no, I'd rather avoid smacking the drone into a metal sculpture. So I think we've got a little drone shadow here, which I may well attempt to get rid of, because that one should be fairly straightforward. I think I'm pretty happy with that color grade. I think that looks pretty good. Sorry if I'm making loud drinking noises. Interesting that, because you can see there's like flicker on this TV. Now, really there shouldn't be, because where I'm shooting at 50 frames a second and we have 50 hertz on the electric in England, there shouldn't be interference there, I don't think. So I'm wondering if that TV's got set to like a 60 hertz refresh rate, because you can set them manually. So I'm wondering if that TV's been set to 60 hertz rather than 50 hertz, which is why we're getting that screen flicker. Bit annoying, but there's not really a lot I can do about it now. And of course you don't notice these things when you're flying. Having a bit of a moment there. What's going on? Oh, it's probably... I've got... This looks good. It'll catch up. There we go. That was loud. What was that? What was that? Where is it? Ah, thank you, Milos, for the sub. Appreciate that. What do we think? Color grade, do we think it looks good? I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks pretty decent. Ah, here we go. This is the issue I was talking about with the Hero 13. If you watch very closely, I'll make it bigger. You can see it. You'll notice a jump in the exposure. There. You see it? I'll jump back. See if I can get the frame where it happens. There. See it? Right there. So this is the issue I've been noticing with the Hero 13, which I use for this job. Now it's subtle, but it's still there. See, there's a big jump in exposure there. So I turned that setting off, which is the gyro compensation, in GoPro Labs, and it's still doing it. So you can see there's a fairly obvious jump in the exposure there. Don't know why it's happening. There's not much information on it. I think I need to talk to GoPro because they need to sort that out, because that is not ideal. Annoying, that. Anyway, not much I can do about it now. And it's not that noticeable. It would be more noticeable if I was playing back at 50 frames a second, but the 25 hides it quite well. Yeah, nice motion blur going on down here. This area looks really nice. See, there was another one there. You notice it? There we go. Which frame is it? There it is. See that? I'm gonna have to try and fix that. That's really annoying. I don't know how. Yeah, not ideal. I need to stop using the Hero 13. It's that magnetic mount. It keeps getting me. It keeps making me want to use it, and I shouldn't. I need to stop being lazy. It only does it a couple of times, but it's for me, it's still not acceptable. So yeah. Did everyone go to sleep? Or am I just not seeing chat messages or something? Hold on, let me have a look. Maybe I'm missing something. Ah, I am missing something. Why is this not updating? Hold on. My bad, guys. My bad. Because I lost my tablet. It wasn't showing me the things anymore. What? No, my phone's being lame. Come on, get the chat up. Get the chat up. Sorry, guys. 1 second. I'll jump on the questions again. Let me just turn my Wi-Fi off because it's not playing ball. Oh, I can hear myself. That was awful. Oh, I missed so many. I'm still here. Wanted to see the lot results. There you go. Cool. Washington. That's it. I should have guessed that. See? Told you that would happen. FPV Danny, did you decide to risk the GoPro 13 for this one? Yeah, I did. So I turned... There's a setting in GoPro Labs which you can turn that gyro compensation off, and I wanted to see if it worked. I didn't have time to test it. So I guess I was being a bit lazy. Not great on my part. But yeah, I risked the 13 because I really like that magnetic mount. But I think for me this is confirmed. I mean, it's not so bad that it's unusable, and I can probably fix it. But yeah, it's that magnetic mount. It got me. But yeah, I think I'm just going to use the Hero 12 for now, and I will reach out to GoPro and see if they've got any suggestions. I saw the stream from earlier, and it's nice to see it come together. Oh yeah, thanks, mate. So I think really all I need to do now is just stick some music on it, some SFX, see if the client would like some 3D track text adding to the video, because I did suggest that on the shoot day, that we could add that in. So we'll see what they say. But yeah, we're more or less there now. Just need to find a cool track to go to this. Thanks, Kev. Yeah, looks cool. Yeah, this looks great. Thank you very much. Roto at the TV screen and put one of your videos playing on it. I actually love that. That's a great shout. Not sure they would appreciate it, but actually it's a good idea, because I could maybe do that with their logo, because I did want to have that TV on, but I could probably put their logo onto that and do that. Do I want to do that much work? I mean, yeah, it would be a good thing to do, wouldn't it? So there you go. I think I'm pretty happy with that. That's looking pretty good. So yeah, as I said, all I need to do with that is add some music, which I can't really do on the stream because it'll copyright and be annoying. And then yeah, SFX, and then the video probably won't drop this video on the channel until it's been approved by the client and all that sort of stuff. And I'll probably drop it on the channel once I've uploaded the day in the life video for this one. So yeah, this will be a good one actually. There was quite a few of us on this shoot, and yeah, it was quite a fun one. Right, my friends. it's now getting late for me, so I think I'm going to call it a night. As always, thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you learned something. Always good answering your questions. Don't forget, I have set up the Discord. So there is a link in the description of this chat. So if you sign up to my Patreon for like $1 a month or £1 a month or whatever, you'll then get access to the Discord as well as early access to all the day in the life videos. So they'll drop 24 hours. I'll post a link into the Discord 24 hours before they go live on YouTube, so you get exclusive access to that. And then it's also Discord, great place to chat, hang out, ask me questions. I've got a live channel in there as well, so as soon as you sign up to the Patreon, I'll drop you a link to the Discord, and we can have a nice little community in there. And the reason I've used it through Patreon is to have it so it's a nice community that helps each other out, so we don't get any trolls in there, for instance. Yeah, a nice community where we help each other out, ask questions. I can post useful tips and insights into there, so that'd be good. He's still here. I can't believe that's so funny. That's Junior AV. Thanks, James. I really do need to go now. Well, thank you, mate. Appreciate you sticking around. Kev FPV, some nice hardcore or techno. Maybe not. I tend to go for kind of chill hop type stuff for my videos, but I'll see what the vibe is. FPVDs, thank you very much. These videos are great, bro. Appreciate you. No worries, man. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Looking forward to catching up with all of you in the Discord. I'll anyone who's jumped on the Patreon now, I'll go and approve those now, so we can start chatting and hanging out in the Discord. Again, thank you so much. Appreciate your support, everyone. Much love. I'm off to bed. I'll catch you again on Saturday for the big LinkedIn live stream, where we'll take you through tips on how you can try and earn money from your hobby. Or your business, as it might well be now. So look, thank you very much, everyone. I hope everyone has a good evening. Take